I got too many lines, man. For real, like, it's a lot of bars in all of my songs. At this moment, for sure, terrorists. Because I think I'm at a point where, like, I'm grinding so hard, and most people don't really know my story or know where I came from. Like, musically, I just kind of came out of nowhere to a lot of my fans. So if you really listen to that song, I kind of speak from a point where, like, I really was struggling for a bit. Like, the whole first part of that half, when I say too many lonely nights, like, I was really struggling when I got out, you know, left from Vegas to go to Arizona. And when I started doing music, it was like, that was my gift, even though I started playing the drums, but being able to rap and put it out into words was like an opportunity for me to really tell my story. So I think that for sure, Terrace that's the one. That and 100, like I said, them top two other than Float, but Too Many Lonely Nights is for real, because niggas was sitting in that college dorm room like, I gotta make something happen. I can't sell no drugs because that ain't my lifestyle, but I gotta make something shake for sure. I like when somebody give me a blank canvas, because if you let me do what I do, like, I'm gonna bring you something that you ain't never seen. I like the originality and authenticity of everything that I do, so, and I always keep it real with everything that I do, so just me as a person is gonna bring whatever your project is or whatever the song is to another level, I feel. So just give me a blank canvas and let me do what I do, and it's gonna make a hit. That's just how I feel personally with everything, even with business. With Pump 8, like, when the customer calls me and say, hey, just do you, that's my favorite part. I would say stay true to you or your brand or whatever you do, because I feel like, especially with making clothes and stuff, like, that's a very oversaturated field, like, career. Even with rapping, like, everybody think they can rap, everybody, you know, think they can make beats, or whatever the case may be, but, like, being you is what makes your brand or whatever makes, you know, you. So when it comes to clothes, like, I don't really try to look at too much of the trendy stuff. Anybody can make fast fashion, that's why Fashion Nova a hit, but can you make fast fashion that's authentic to you, that's real to you, that's different, you feel me? So especially with that, and then with rap, it's just, I mean, I grew up in the church, so rapping about that. I also like jazz music, I listen to a little bit of country, I listen to Hispanic music if I had to, so like all of the genres, I try to put all of that into it, and it's not just regular rap, so that for sure is what keeps me going. When I first started making music, I was just putting out like beats and stuff, so most people was just asking me for like beats, and then when I dropped OPP, people obviously saw that I could rap, so that's when the DMs started coming in like, oh, okay, bro might know something, like he might be King Gas little brother, but he got his own sound, he got his own style. So one particular moment I remember, I ain't gonna say no names, put nobody out there, but bro sent me his whole project and was like, hey man, I want you to listen to it. And I'm gonna keep it high with you. I'm not one of them producers that's gonna go in there and lie to you. If it's trash, it's trash. So but he sent me the project, and because he my boy, like, I went to school with him, you know, middle school, a little bit of high school, I knew him. But because he my boy, it was like, man, I don't really want to tell him it's garbage, but it was trash for real. So what I did, you know, to get away from me really telling bro he need to give up his dream because he really think he a rapper, and to all due respect, if that's what he want to do, hey, keep going. I'm here to help you if that's what you want to do. But yeah, so I listened to the whole project. If you send me something, I'm gonna really listen to it. I'm gonna really try to get into it. First song, then get over the hump. Second song, then get over the hump. By the time I get to song 3, I already know what to expect because he talking about the same thing at that point. But listen to the whole project. Nevertheless, it was pretty bad. And so what I did, I was like, hey man, I listened to the project. I think you got some nice quality. So for me, I didn't want to shoot down Buddy Dream. I wanted to give him the positives about his project. So he had some nice beats on there. I was like, hey, song number 2, hey, whoever the producers was, he did his thing on there. I think you flowed super dope on this part of the song, and I put the lyrics in there so he can go back and start listening to that part so he can just keep doing that part. You feel me? And all of his new stuff. But, you know, it's tough, man. Plenty of people that send me stuff, and I try not to be harsh because most of them be really into they craft, and if that's what they want to do, I'm gonna support that as much as I can as an artist, as a fellow artist. But if you want my honest opinion and you send me a DM and say, hey, be real with me and it's trash, I'm sending a garbage can emoji, like, period. I would say doing it with my family. All of the numbers and all of that other stuff, I never got into music to do that anyway, or to get that anyway. I feel like the music that I'm making and the music that we making that's gonna get to a point anyway, so the accolades will come. I'm not really worried about that, but I always got into music in the first place to do it with my family and for my family. So to be able to, you know, have the last name Gas or last name Gaston attached to songs, beats, performances, stuff like that, and it's not just me, that's gonna be bigger than any of this stuff. So that's memories I can always take to me when I have kids, and whatever the case may be, they'll be able to see, you know, granddad or uncle or my cousin or whatever the case may be. We all did it together, especially from the jump. So I wouldn't say anybody in particular, but I mean, all of my music that's on TVs and like shows and stuff, like, I think that's when it really hit me, like, you him for real. Like, I don't even really be talking about myself like that, and I've never been that type of person, but like, especially with OPP, like, I produced that whole beat by myself. Like, I produced that whole song by myself. So to be one of the biggest songs that, actually my biggest song to this day, like, that people listening to, quoting, people still sending to my DMs. I dropped that album 2 years ago, and people still be sending to me like, hey, OPP crazy. So like, I think that just kind of cemented it for me, like, man, you really him for real, so be you. And I think that's the realest piece of it all, because I think when you start creating stuff, it's always gonna be a lot of voices, there's always gonna be a lot of people telling you like, oh, maybe you should do this, maybe you should create this, because, you know, that's what's trendy or that's what's popular at the point in time or the moment of when you came out. But if people rock with you, they're gonna rock with you regardless. So if you get better at your craft, and then you also take the critiques from, you know, people that's been doing it or mentors or whatever the case may be, and just perfect your craft, there's an audience out there for you, because everybody can eat. So, you know, I just think being you at whatever you do to the fullest extent. So if you don't shoot no guns, don't talk about you shoot no guns. Like, just be you as much as possible, and you're gonna get where you're going. Stay true to you, stay down. All right, what's up everybody, it's J Gas, CEO of Pump A Clothing Brand, LLC. Also artist, rapper, producer, all that good stuff. Hey man, tap in. We doing good music, good business, all 2024, all year, all that good stuff.